President Bala, friends, the inaugural lecture every year at Madras South is always special. It's about the Rotary theme of the year. The Venerable Dr. CSR used to deliver this inaugural lecture for many years. And we have a worthy successor for this responsibility, Rotarian PDG Rtn Subbu. As a speaker, he is known for wit, style and substance. Today he'll explain and elucidate the Rotary theme, Be a Gift to the World. Rtn Subbu is a chemical engineer and managing director of PESCO Beam Environmental Solutions Private Limited. This company is active in India and the US with several turnkey systems in operation around the world. He is a product of AC Tech Guindy and holds several professional affiliations and certificates as well. He is also a President Scout. He received this award in 1967 from the President of India. A member of the Rotary Club of Madras West since 1988. He was club president in 1999-2000 and district governor in 2008-09. A speaker much in demand, he has assisted several governors with their training programs. He has served as district trainer and as Vice Chairman of the E-Learning Committee for the Rotary India Literacy Mission. He is the District Advisor this year as well as Chairman of the Awards Committee for 2015-16. He is a major donor to the Rotary Foundation. Many of his initiatives in Rotary have led to larger trusts or programs. To give you an example, as a governor, he urged back to basics reform. This forms the foundation of RI's current strategic plan. As a governor, he implemented a policy that prospective candidates for the post of governor would not hold district positions. This is now a rule in the pilot program for DG elections in some districts of India. He represented District 3230 at the Rotary International's Council on Legislation held in Chicago 2 years ago. Rtn Subbu loves music, reading and travel. He believes that enthusiasm is the key to success. His own enthusiasm is infectious. Over to Rtn Subbu.
Thank you. Thank you, Rotarian Madhu. I cannot but keep appreciating the sustained manner in which Madhu continues to steer the programs of Rotary Club of Madras South, and I do believe that if there is going to be the Best Programs Committee Chair Award for this district, it should go to him without any President Bala, Secretary Asha, fellow Rotarians. My good friend Raman Kutti Nair one fine day decided that he will take a ride in his new Porsche. This was in the United States, so he got out, sat in the car and started driving down. He was thrilled with the vehicle, the way it was performing, so he decided to step on it, speed it up, and after a point in time, he could hear the mild wailing of the sirens, and in his rearview mirror, he caught a cop chasing him. He said, "I've got a Porsche, this man is not going to catch up with me," and he liked the breeze going through his thinning hair. He stepped on it further. Then after a point in time, he realized, I'm in the United States, so this is not going to work. I might as well pull up and face it. So he pulled up, and sure enough, the cop caught up with him, and the door opened, and there was a very senior, fairly old policeman who started slowly walking up. So as is required, he put both his hands on the steering wheel and just kept quiet. So the cop came up to him and said, "Sir, did you know that you were speeding?" So he said, "Yes." He said, "Listen, it's fairly late in the day and this is my last day in service. So after this, I am planning to go back to my precinct and hang up my badge, and this is the last day. I don't want to give a ticket, but all I want you to do is to give me a reason that I have not heard ever in my life. If you can do that, I will let you go. So Nair said, "Sir, actually what happened is 2 weeks ago my wife ran away with an American policeman. And when I saw you, I thought you were coming to return her." The reason why I say this is, here you have called me to talk about a theme which is absolutely straightforward, and you want me to you're expecting me to say something new, something that you don't know. But unlike Nair, I don't have any new reasons to give, except go through the theme in a way in which I think it's the best. So let's start off with a little bit of semantics. This word, the grammar, gift, is both a noun and a verb. And here you have K.R. Ravindran, Ravi, most of us know him, and since I know him, I do believe that he did not come up with this as a simple theme. He is a thinker, he is an intellectual, so he probably thought a lot before he came out with this theme. And the theme does not say give a gift to this world. The theme says be a gift to the world. He is asking of us, first he makes sure that all of us realize that we are ourselves a gift, and he wants that gift to be given. Which primarily means if you go and pick a gift, you pick something from a huge lot. Which means that you choose something which you like. If you know Ravi and if you have heard him, he has always emphasized one very important point. He says Rotarians are the chosen ones. We are different, we are special. And he wants us to understand that we are special, and probably that's the reason why he said be a gift. Now to this world, and then continues, gift a lot of things, gift yourself, gift of yourself to this world. There are many things one can gift. There is no limit to that, starting from an early morning smile to somebody, which would be a gift of a smile. And we also know that in Rotary, there has been the Gift of Life project, where Rotarians have gifted life to children with heart ailment. There has been gift of peace through the peace scholarships that we have. All kinds of things which I really don't have to elaborate to an audience like this. Let's start looking at it in a slightly more interesting way. One particular evening, way back in time, in England, a farmer was coming back home. It was well past daylight, it was well into the evening, and as he was walking towards his house, his farmhouse, he heard a faint sound crying for help. And as he went, as we all know in England, you got huge marshlands, and there was this boy who was trapped in the marshland. So the farmer, without waiting, straight away went and helped this boy who would have otherwise died, either sunk in the marsh or died of cold, because it was pretty cold winter. He picked up that boy, he brought him home, made sure that he brought him back to some amount of energy, and then found out who he was and called up to inform that this boy has been saved. Next day morning, an 8-horse drawn carriage comes in front of the house. A lord alights from that, goes into the house of the farmer, and he says, "You really have saved the life of my son. Ask me what you want." The farmer says, "I just did what I thought I needed to do. I didn't do it for anything, so I really don't need anything." And as this conversation was going on, a gangling youth, more or less the same age as the boy who was stuck in the marsh the previous evening, a gangling youth walks down, and the Lord asks, "Who is this? Is that your son?" So he says, "Yes, it is my son." "So what is he doing?" "He has just finished school." allow me to put him through college. Let me put him through college and let him take care of his education. So the farmer said, if that's what you want, so be it. And then the gangling youth goes to town, studies, and then at the end of it he becomes a doctor. Many, many years pass. Winston Churchill is down with an incurable bout of influenza, and nothing could save him. He reaches that stage, except a medicine called penicillin, which was discovered. Very strangely, the boy who was saved was Winston Churchill. Churchill's father was the one who put the gangling youth into school. The youth who was put through school and went to medical school was Alexander Fleming. He discovers penicillin, and that penicillin saves Churchill. So there is a Fleming who saves a Churchill, and then again a Fleming who saves a Churchill. But in between there is a Churchill who made sure that there was an Alexander Fleming. It's a very circular kind of, it's a kind of a world which moves only by people. First a gift of life, then the gift of education, then again you give a gift of life. It's a cyclic, what goes on comes, what goes around comes around kind of a situation. Everyone is giving each other a gift without really knowing that it's being done. And I do believe that when Ravindran said be a gift to this world, he was telling all of us Rotarians that we have so much of talent, we have so much of time, and we have resources or can mobilize resources. Now with these three, if we are not going to be a gift to this world, then I really don't think we can call ourselves Rotarians or the different ones or the gifted ones. This is really what I understand as far as the theme goes. It is a very simple theme, but it goes completely in the line of service. We have had several themes. We have had themes which said enjoy Rotary. We have had themes which have said that you are the key, and most recently one of the themes which I liked very much was engage Rotary, change lives. But here is one theme, unlike what themes which people who come from this part of the world give. You know, people who come from this part of the world internalize all the themes. If you start off with Lahiri, he said, kindle the spark within. And then you had Raja Sabbu, he was saying, look beyond yourself. And then you had Kalyan Banerjee, who was talking in terms of look within to embrace humanity. Everybody was, and then Bichai Rathakul again went ahead in terms of love. But here is a person who is not very typically given an Asian theme. He has given a theme where he has asked people to completely give of ourselves, be a gift to this world. That probably is because, in my opinion, K.R. Ravindran is the next generation. He is just about 50, just about maybe 58, 59, 60 maybe, about 60 years old. Whereas most of the others were all closing in on 70 or 75 a few years ago, and their thought process was internalizing. His thought process is literally pushing you, saying that you've got to give of yourself to Rotary to make sure that Rotary succeeds well. So my friends, beyond this in terms of the theme itself, I think you will have as many thoughts as I have got. And so what I would suggest is, let's exchange notes. Let me also learn from you at the end of today, and let's go ahead and share some thoughts. Thank you. Any of you want anything?